Yes, welcome again, Rastafan and Truth. I have a few little topics more on touch upon today, you know, few controversial topics. I want to talk on a video I see circulating on Facebook where I see a taxi driver alleged that he was actually going to work, and when you look into him car trunk, you see all in tool them and him lunch pan in car seat and thing. He was stopped by a transport authority and police, and they come to the decision or decided that he was actually running a robot taxi and proceeding to seizing his vehicle and stuff like that. I mean, we're going through COVID, we're going through a lot of things right now, and I think police officers or the transport authority, they don't necessarily have to lead with that big stick over back kind of attitude. You know what I mean? You see a few people in a vehicle and the man explain to you that he's going to work, and when you actually check the vehicle you see him trunk full of tools and stuff like that and him lunch and stuff like that. I mean, I think from a humanitarian point of view, at least the police officer and the transport authority agent could at least give him the benefit of the doubt. Say, all right, you say you gotta work, but in the same sense, write down his license plate number, and if so be the case of technology, modern time, take a picture and vehicle. So in case you buck him again, he no have no excuse. But in that sense, where I see the driver pleading and begging and telling that officer or transport authority, I work me I go, and you can actually see the tools in the car and his lunch with his lunch in his lunch pan and the back seat and stuff like that. But I mean, you have some people when they're placed in position, they feel like they are gods and they're not supposed to take no talk for nobody. Come on, we're all humans. And when we do take off those uniforms, it be police, soldier, transport authority, we became a regular citizen like everybody else. So, in saying that, I would expect everyone be to have a discretion in carrying out their duties in their everyday life. Cause after watching the video, I say like seriously, even if you have reason to believe say he was running robot taxi, at least just seeing the trunk full of tools and stuff like that and in work clothes and in lunch, give him the benefit of the doubt on that day. You never have to actually seize him vehicle that day, but boy, I'm gonna tell you, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's like we don't have no compassion or not like that again for each other. On the flip side, now I've been watching another video where I see a taxi man giving a police officer a proper beating. Now, when did we come to this? Where there's this blatant disregard for law. It doesn't matter who you want to be or what you want to say. The law will always be the law. You understand? And as delicate and as easy as you can deal with whatever situation you find yourself in with the police, I would assume you try to deal with it the best way possible. Where you don't have to escalate to no disrespect or anything like that. Because me can tell you, me see the man get the police, me see the man flick the policeman, me have to wonder if a WWF me I watch. Now, with saying all of that, after watching that video and see how him deal with a police officer, me actually see the police officer he drew his service firearm. But I have to I have to commend the police officer for acting with restraint, because let me tell you this. If a certain police officer him sure if he get gunshot that day. So we must commend that police officer for exercising restraint and not firing or discharging his license firearm. Because I'm gonna tell you, if the police had shot him, what would we be saying now? police brutality and him wicked and in the come. The policeman is a human being just the same. And not just a human being, he's the law. So when you as one taxi driver now go deal with police like that, and you should have end up get gunshot, what should Indicom come and say now or do or investigate? That me that one like to know. What should Indicom come and say or investigate? Because it no matter what you and the policeman have, there is no way you're supposed to confront a police officer, what less put your hand on him and deal with him. So like he want nobody at all. But that the man give the police officer some flick or some sitting on him. I say like seriously? If the policeman had shot him, you'd hear say police brutality and the policeman wicked and he have to shoot him. How many hear nobody has say? This boy should have respect the law and know that this is a police officer and he have to deal with the policeman. So life is just so unfair because people only reason things out in ways that suit their needs or the way them feel comfortable. That nothing can go so. The next thing what we need to address is the whole crime thing in Jamaica. What is happening with crime? Because we get so caught up in this COVID thing that it's like we forget. I might not be living in a community where I have to worry or sweat about crime. But I once lived in communities that had that issue. So me know, may I talk my experience. How we gonna do? How we gonna deal with this crime monster? Because it's getting from bad to worse, yo. It's like these so-called gunmen or killers, they're not even afraid of police again. When we look and see man the hijack Brinks, me see man hijack what they upon the news, shoot up 3 security officers, 1 dead and 2 injured. What is that telling you about the Jamaica that we're living in right now? Marco, you know, me not deal with politics now because me neither go vote for neither green or orange. But it doesn't matter whether or not you vote, you have a prime minister that you will have to respect. And Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness, you are the Prime Minister. And I mean, would I like to see this thing addressed? And just give you the idea that there's something that's been put in place to deal with this. Because me I tell you this, these gunmen not seem like them afraid of police again, and them realize that them gun bigger than the ones that the police are carrying, so them not have no fear. Then just do anything blatantly, broad daylight. Listen to me, man. The devil is on the loose. The devil is on the loose. And me can't tell you this. We need to pray even harder. Because the devil is on the loose and he's working harder overtime now. Because the thing about the devil, you know, the devil realizes, you know, to conquer a person like myself and other praying person, that I got too much work. These younger generation that don't believe in Bible, they don't pray. They don't pray. You understand? So, it's like nothing at all, you know, to conquer them. The devil not have to even work hard to conquer them. Because him have them in his back pocket. So the devil is working overtime, recruiting these youngsters, both male and females. The devil is working overtime recruiting them. So us as seniors or adults, we need to pray overtime, because may I tell you this, without God, we doom. We doom. There have to be some plan on tackling this crime monster that they overrun the country. Because whether or not me live in our community which part, me not have crime issue. Crime happen anywhere. And them a man, if them decide say, are you them want, you know, you could have the upper king's house, them come and forget you. If are you them want. And if are you them decide to them more rob. So we have to deal with this. The next thing is the COVID-19 vaccine and stuff like that. Now listen. Whether or not I'll be taking the vaccine or I will not be taking the vaccine. I will never discourage someone who wants to take the vaccine. Whoever decides to take the vaccine, more power to you. Whoever decides not to take it, that's your choice. But if you decide not to take the vaccine, don't go out there and try to discourage other people from taking it. You understand? It's as simple as that. So, that's my views for now. Hit me up and don't just watch my clips. Please comment because I feed off you guys' energy and your comments. So please comment so I know your thoughts just like how I'm sharing mine. Have yourself a blessed day. Rastafari love.